diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Miami's offense will get the first crack at it here. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Unloads it left. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Dances away to buy time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have it.
Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Bringing the heat. Zings it complete to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
At the 45 on his way. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man. It's Dickey. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. Big
tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Stevens. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Hurtado. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Shakes off the defender. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Snow. Complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself on the draw. There he goes. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the right. Got his man. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run from the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking downfield, it's Snow. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's sticky. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Caught over the middle. It's sticky. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Out of the gun, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, that was beautiful. A great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Bringing it out. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the fourth time today. And the ball comes to rest right there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. He's got...
Breaks into the open on the left. Powers through. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's a heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Touchdown, Miami! And they add... They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To the air, it's Snow. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his back in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a first and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Runs through a tackle. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Fires one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They send the tight end in motion. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here?
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that 1st down play, now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good, easy call for the refs. Had to settle for the field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never... Has to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. It's Hurtado. He's loose. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. To throw, it's Snow. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down mark.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Under fire, and he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Morrison. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. It's Morrison. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Steps away to find some room. Bought a little time, lets it go. Looking for the goal line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The Canes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Might be changing the route. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Canes! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to... record to 3-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quick release on the RPO. He breaks a tackle. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake. Down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, it's Crosby. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. That thing was down for a while. Bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone. Snatches it on the right.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still...
Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
If your defensive line cannot take on double teams, it allows linemen to get up into the laps of linebackers, and that's happening far too often right now, which is why this defense is struggling stopping the run.
And that one's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. And the Canes in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Floats it out in space. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Hurricanes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Cortez. Here comes the heat. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Plows through the defense.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game
throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Scanning the field, it's Cortez. Catch in the middle, it's Morrison. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Makes the catch. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Got it in the middle at Stevens. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quick completion to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for a man, it's Crosby. He's got his man. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touch.
And it's blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Dropping back, it's Crosby. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high, the defender. You're not supposed to try to catch it.